Just sitting here in the shack, looking at LDMOS devices and seeing what the latest and greatest is in terms of technology. Kind of planning ahead for parts obsolescence. I'm hearing rumors that the LDMOSs have taken a new step in reliability and power and everything else. So I'm just looking it up and see what I can learn here about something I heard on the air the other day. So that's kind of what I've been doing, just trying to stay up with all the new technology the best I can.
KW6G. Do you have a particular project or something that you're looking to do, and that's why you're researching, or just doing general learning something new?
Yeah, hi, Charles. KW6G with KK6IRZ, WA6JCAN. Yeah, no project. I don't have any projects going. I don't build things anymore. I try not to repair anything anymore, except for the boat anchors. That I'll do because I've amassed so many parts to keep this stuff running. But I'm not buying any more old stuff. That was a New Year's resolution. I guess it's coming up on the 4th year now. Not to buy any more boat anchors, buy all new stuff. So that's all I've been doing. The last 4 new radio acquisitions or related thereof has all been new stuff. So, but no, this is just really trying to stay up to date with the technology because LDMOS devices they're pretty incredible devices. And if you use them and design them properly, the circuitry. I think one of the big mistakes I've discovered is they try to marry up an LDMOS circuit with a automatic antenna tuner, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? Because what happens is the antenna tuner becomes the weakest link because an LDMOS is designed to take a dead short and survive. It's also designed to take a load that goes completely to infinity, open, like disconnecting your antenna, and it will survive. There's no doubt about it. However, if you have that married up with an antenna tuner, guess what's going to happen to that antenna tuner? It's gonna give up the ghost. All right. Well, let's see. Charles is here. He's the moderator for the DrakeNet. So, Charles, I'm going to turn it over to you to see if you're going to start early, or am I already taking up too much time, and we're already supposed to start the net? What? I've already forgotten. Go ahead, Charles.
KF6SYD.
Yeah, good evening, KF6SYD, KW6G, WA6JCAN, KW6G. Good evening, Kevin and Jeff, and I think it's Steve, but I might be wrong. Anyway, the third guy in there. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Anyways, Kevin, you're 20 over here. Nice single, and I'm just hanging around till the net sort of gets started. So, the KF6 station coming in.
Yeah, all right, Charles. KF6SYD. Steve in Long Beach normally. On AM, hello, Kevin. Hello, Jeff. And since it's a Drake night, and this is my Drake that it hadn't worked too good. It's been on the bench for about 6 months, and I've probably put 2 or 3 hours into it in that amount of time. And I think it works again. I don't know. It was missing all the bass out of the audio, just high notes and stuff. So I think it works good. If not, you guys can kind of coach me and see if I can bring this way the rest of the way. But looking forward to spending a little time with you guys tonight on the DrakeNet with my Drake. So Charles, back over to you. I don't remember your call. I didn't write it down. Over to you, KF6SYD.
KF6SYD, KW6G. Welcome back, Steve, to the Drake West Coast Net. You're 5 and 9 in here this evening, and your rig sounds fine. It sounds really good. Nice audio. No problem whatsoever on this end. Kevin might want to comment on that as well. And let's get some, Jeff, KK6IRZ, you're 5 and 8 this evening. Why don't you go ahead and take a turn, and then we'll see if there's anyone else around this KW6G. Go ahead.
All right, very good. Well, good evening to everybody, and I guess the group getting ready to go here pretty soon. This is KK6IRZ, Jeff in Chino, California, and just kind of hanging out a little bit here, waiting for whoever may show up, and there you go. You all guys kind of started coming out of the woodwork. Very good on doing the research there with FETs. Yeah, FETs, they're an interesting component. I'm in the middle, well, I can't say in the middle. I've been gathering and I've been assembling of a 24 FET Class E transmitter that I'm building. And that's been a pretty interesting project. And of course, there are just a whole crap load of FETs in that thing. But it should be just about 1 kilowatt, and we'll see how that all works out when it finally gets online. I have pretty much everything I need. I just need to build it at this point. But we'll see how that all works out. But yeah, there's so much technology changing all the time. But I'll tell you right now, Kevin, just to not be too long about it, but at the same time make a comment. Right now, with all the issues with supply chain and parts actually being built, the new technology aspects of things is actually a bit on hold because they can't get any of their new technology stuff built. Yeah, I mean, they can definitely do some of the prototyping and things like that, but none of the factories are really doing runs on new parts because they're trying to keep up with all the old demands right now. So it's definitely interesting, the new technology, but right now you couldn't use it if you wanted to anyway. At least that's what we've been finding in my supply chain stuff for about 2 or 3 years now, through the pandemic and of course this after effect. So there you go. Oh, I'm not sure where it goes either, although I did hear it go around the circle, and now it's me again, so I guess it would be Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin, pick it up and make a transmission. This is KK6IRZ.
Back to you, Charles.
Good evening. Okay, thank you, Kevin. W6JK and KW6G. Is there anyone else here for the Drake West Coast Net this evening? This is KW6G. Come now, please. Thought I heard someone else trying to check in. It's KW6G. Come now.
That's what they do by mine because I got to listen on YouTube.
Do you hear anyone?
No. Would you like me to put out a call?
Yeah, why don't you? You've got a little stronger signal than I do.
Well, I don't know about that. You're pretty strong here. Is there anybody wishing to get on the list for the Drake Net? This is WA6JK, and please come now.
Hey, good evening, Kevin, and I think I hear Charles and K6LGL, K6 Little Green Light. Hello, Kevin. WB6MWL.
Yeah, really. Okay, I have K6LGL, WB6MWL. Hello there, Jay and Skip. Are there any others wishing to get on the list for the Drake Net? Over. Okay, I think that's it. I haven't heard anybody else. So K6LGL and WB6MWL. So you go ahead and add those two to your list here, Charles.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. W6JK and KW6G. Okay, well, welcome to the Drake West Coast Net, everyone. This is Charles, KW6G, your net control station this evening for the Drake West Coast Net. This net meets every Thursday evening around 7 o'clock, plus or minus,
for an hour or so of discussion and information exchange centered on Drake radios. You don't need to be running to Drake radios. Check into this net. Just have an interest in radios in general. Want to join in the conversation? That's all we ask.
84066.
I'm running this evening the Drake TR4CW RIT.
Yeah,
4C remote VFO, and the antenna is an NSAID half wave up about 30 feet, and the microphone is a Shure 444. I'm located about 30 miles east of San Francisco, so that may be the reason or reason not that you're copying me very well. This evening I have Kevin, WA6JKN, and Gilroy, 20 over S9. Jim in Chino, California, KK6IRZ, he's around 5 and 8. Steve in Long Beach, California, KX6YD is 5 and 9. Skip in Santa Monica, K6LGL, he's 5 and 7, and Jay in Montclair, California, WB6MWL is 5-9. So good signals this evening. I think as the sun goes down, the band will get better. So let's try and start off with round one here. We'll start off with Kevin, and then Kevin can pass it to Jeff, and then Jeff pass it to Steve, and Steve pass it to Skip, and then Skip can pass it to Jay, and then Jay can pass it back to me, and we'll pick up anyone else who wants to break in as we go along and see how many we have at the end of this round, and we'll go for round two then. So go ahead, Kevin, get us started. WA6JKN, KW6G.
KW6G and the DrakeNet, WA6JKN. Good evening to everybody, and Jeff and I were just talking about technology and supply chain management issues. Thank you for that, Jeff. And I wonder, Jeff, if you might give us an update on how you're coming along with your shack. I have a feeling, Jeff, that you're going to end up with a bunch of folks wanting to come on down and tour your shack there because of all the amenities that you have incorporated in your design. So you might give us a status update on how that's going. And so anyway, off to you, Jeff. KK6IRZ and the group, WA6JKN.
Yeah.
Good.
You won't see it in this thing.
Oh, no, I know that.
Is he there?
I don't know. Jeff, are you there?
Oh, okay. KK6IRZ, KK6IRZ, it's your turn. It's KW6G. Well, why don't we move ahead to KF6SYD, Steve in Long Beach, and then we'll see if we can pick up Jeff further down the road. Go ahead, Steve. KF6SYD, KW6G.
Okay, thanks, Charles. KF6SYD. And hello to Skip and Jay. And yeah, good to be here with all of you. I'm on the Drake T4XB. It's been on the bench for a long time, and I think it's got good audio again. I hope it does. The thing that bothers me is I don't know how I did it, because I really didn't fix anything. There was one pot for an AM mod I've got in it that I was using a signal tracer and turned the pot so it sounded like the audio sounded a little bit better, but that shouldn't have fixed this rig. So it's a mystery why the lower sideband audio became full again and not restricted. The upper sideband audio was always good. In assuming that this sounds okay now, and thank you, Charles, for the audio report. You said it sounds fine, and I appreciate that. The only thing that's really left for me to figure out, it's got me scratching my head on this transmitter at the T4XB, is that 10 meters is missing. And it used to work, but it doesn't now. And all the other bands work fine. 10 meters isn't putting out any signal, nor can I excite the receiver with it. And you know how you take the RF tune knob, you can always tune to a harmonic, which is you'll get output on the output meter, but you really can't use that. You've got to be on the real frequency. You have to be tuned to that. But on 10 meters, I can tune to a harmonic, and I get an output on it. But on the straight frequency, the basic frequency, what do you call it? I can't find that with the RF tune adjustment. So if anybody has any hints or tips or things to try to get 10 meters working again on the transmitter, I would appreciate any coaching about that. But okay, let's move it along. Skip, K6LGL, good to hear you tonight. It's your turn, KF6SYD.
Well, thank you very much, Steve. Good to hear you. And
Good rain check, and that's generally going the next day quicker, so
it sounds like you.
can't stay.
KF6SYD and the great group, K6LGL, and good evening to my friend Jay there, WB6MWL, and also to Jeff and Kevin and Charles. So we got a whole bunch of you. Okay. Excitation on 10 meters means you have to be on the right frequency. It could be you're getting a harmonic output, but maybe connect the frequency counter and see where it's at. And then see if you can get anything into driver, and then into the final. This may be just simply selecting the right harmonic, Steve, but I'm just guessing. Like a lot of it. It's hard to say what the problem is. It could be that the frequency multiplier doesn't have the proper frequency, and the result is that you have little or no drive, and no drive, and no excitation on 10, no signal.
You got that.
So it goes, but yeah, harmonically related problems. Good luck. Okay, I'm on my 902 system here, so nothing fancy. So, I wonder what happened to Jeff. He was real strong. Maybe he got a phone call or something, and I'd be interested to hear some more comments on the subject you were discussing there, Kevin, with him. This technology that's being developed that simply will not come to the market and is still not viable, and there's quite a bit of that. So we'll see. Over to you, Jay. How are you doing? And one of the latest episode of the great storm system that's being generated from the Pacific and Alaska. What they're doing down there to you in the Inland Empire. WB6MWL, K6LGL.
Yeah, K6LGL, WB6MWL. Okay, Skip. Yeah, we did get a little bit of rain this morning, but not too much. They got some more storms out east of us, a little more severe storms out that way, San Bernardino, Riverside area, but we didn't get much here. It was a little wet this morning, then it kind of dried up. But it was cold, windy, and cold here. So most of the day. So not really a pleasant day. I tried to go for a little walk, but I didn't stay out too long because it was just kind of windy and cold. So don't need that. I'll just wait till it warms up. It's supposed to be real nice here Saturday. They said over 70, so that'll be nice. So we're on the TR7, driving the L7 in the CW position, putting out about 700 watts here. So let me turn it back up to Charles and see if they're still getting rain up there in Clayton. KW6G, WB6MWL.
WB6MWL in the group KW6G. Very fine, Jay. You're almost 5'9" here. So good signal. Skip's about a 5'6", so it's good. I got a quiet band this evening, Skip, so I haven't got any problem copying you, but you're not very strong, that's all. So anyway, so it goes. Anyway, not much rain here. Well, we had about 0.86 inches all week long, and scattered over about 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that, on Tuesday, Wednesday. It should have been a lot stronger, according to the predictions, but it didn't happen. So I guess we were on the edge of whatever this bomb, cyclone they're calling, whatever they're calling it. I think we were on the edge of it. We didn't get the brunt of it like other folks did, and I guess they got a pretty good dose of snow in the Sierras, I would imagine, according to the radar anyway. Still trying to find out whether they're going to break the record or not. The record is like 800 inches from 1950 or 52. And we're sitting at around 680, I think, or 670. They need 130 inches, I figured. Beyond what was there, I think it's March 1st. So they got a ways to do that. Typically in heavy snow years, they get 25% of their snowpack after March 1st. So we'll see what happens. If that holds, they're going to be way over the 800 by the end of the year, the end of the snow year, which I think is September 1, but it's not going to snow in July and August and all that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage all this record-breaking water that they've got sitting up there just waiting to melt and come down the slope and go through all the spillways and everything. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Anyway, I don't have any other news. Haven't really been doing a lot of, been doing some FT8 work up on 15 meters in the mornings. It's kind of fun working Europe. There's a lot of Europeans up there. Trying to figure out how that JTDX program works. It's kind of a sort of a semi-automatic QSO, so it's kind of interesting. And after a while, I'll probably get bored with it and go on doing something else. But it's kind of fun for now. Anyways, it's been cold here. It was 33 the other morning, and it was frost all over everything. I mean, this was like the last week in March, and that never happened. So weird weather this year, that's for sure. And of course, there's a lot of water. We sure need the water everywhere. So I think we're not going to have much problem filling up the reservoirs this year. But unfortunately, you can't leave them full because of you don't know what's going to happen next year. So anyways, we'll get a lot of carryover anyways, no matter how you swing it.
Work on that amplifier.
Let's see if there's anyone else around for the Drake West Coast Nest this evening. This is KW6G. Come down, please. Not hearing anyone. Let's go for round two and see what happens. We'll start off with Kevin. And then Kevin, we'll see if Jeff is there. I don't know, maybe power failure, who knows. Yeah, and then we'll pick Jeff up, and then we'll go to Steve, and then to Skip, and then to Jay, and then we'll see if we want to do a third round or not. Go ahead, Kevin. WA6JKN, KW60.
Yeah, okay, Charles. Well, I forgot to mention that Steve, because I remember what it sounded like the last time he had the rig on, and boy, what an improvement. Sounds like it's perfect. Just like what's already been reported. It sounds like you. It's got nice lows to it. Sounds really good, just like a Drake radio. So that's my report to you, Steve. Congratulations. I guess it really doesn't make a difference at this point what fixed it, but I think that maybe that potentiometer was the only thing you were adjusting with the signal. Well, I'm not sure what signal you put in there, but yeah, it sounds like that might have done something, or I don't know. Maybe just don't touch it. Leave it like it is. Now, as far as 10 meters is concerned, I think Skip pretty much said all that can be said about that. You say you said harmonic. Well, guess what? That's how you get on 10 meters is through a harmonic. And they use a tuned circuit to give that harmonic a little bit of gain to have the sufficient drive to be able to get on 10 meters. So I'd go back through the book and just find out what circuit what L and C And I'm sure that is a double conversion or whatever. Maybe it's a single conversion. Skip probably knows, and maybe Charles knows, and Jay. You know, everybody that owns these drakes, they know quite a bit about this stuff, and see what you know. It's really not that complicated. I wouldn't imagine, but yeah, there's probably something in there, just an adjustment for gain. Get the cue right, so you're going to increase your gain to get on 10 meters. Now, I'm glad you said that you weren't trying to get on the air with parasitics. I mean, that would have been something. Yeah, because that would indicate you don't know, you know, where your signals are ending up on the band. Could be interfering with, you know, some airplane reporting downwind, commercial airliner. You know, you never know. That's no joke. I remember there was a story. This was back in the 70s. There was a what was it? There was an industrial company located near Orange County Airport. That's what it was called back in them days. And they had an induction heater. And the repair guy apparently was goofing around with the induction heater, and somehow ended up putting spurs out on some kind of navigation frequency that was interfering with air traffic control and the airliners that were coming in on instrument approach or whatever it was. I don't remember now, but yeah, you gotta keep that. Keep those kinds of things into consideration when you're playing mad scientist. All right, Jeff. Hope you didn't burn up your rig there, or what happened. Maybe I hope Skip is right. It's just a phone call, because I got everybody queued up, anxiously awaiting to hear more about all the improvements and amenities in your shack. I know some of us have heard it. But I just think it's a great project overall. So let's see here. Let me take a look at the list here. So if Jeff's not there, then it goes over to Steve. KK6IRZ. And the DrakeNet, WA6JKN.
Boy, Jeff must have got them called away. KK6IRZ, KF6SYD calling. All right. Boy, Kevin, you're so loud. So loud and clear and nice sounding. And the only station that's kind of in the noise is Charles. Sorry, Charles, it's a little bit. You're good, and then you kind of, and I turn on the computer and listen to you for a little bit, and then you come back up. But it's very clear and nice audio. It's just our path isn't too good between us so far this evening. And let's see. Thanks for the hints on the 10 meters. Yeah, I'll find it. And see if I can get that. Yeah, all the other bands work just that way. And the harmonics there, the parasitics there, I get output on that, but I don't get output on the true frequency. So it's, yeah, I'll look for it. Skip, maybe, yeah, I got to turn the VFO, maybe turn it around, see if I can get it to start to grab maybe on the low side of the VFO. It'll, you know, if you can get just anything out of it, then you can tune it in. I don't have anything at all coming out of it. Maybe on the scope I have a little bit. You can see microvolts on a scope coming out and make it stronger and keep going from there. So thanks for the hint. That's probably all I need to get it going. And yeah, Kevin, I won't touch it. I won't touch anything that has to do with the problem it had. I'm so glad this works. I wish I knew why, but I'll just enjoy it. Interesting on the snowpack predictions, possibility of having Charles more snow than ever recorded. It has been really an unusually wet year. Up in the mountains in San Diego, I have a place that's 52 inches of rain so far this season, and that was on Tuesday. And we came back home, and I've noticed it's been raining ever since we left. We came back home, it's been raining ever since, so I'll have to check with my neighbor up there who keeps tabs on. He's got a nice rain gauge, and he writes it down on what we have so far now up there. But it's just coming out of the ground everywhere. Up there in the mountains, it's just so saturated. What was the other thing I was going to say about that? And no, that left me now. Oh yeah, I heard somebody say on the 430 net that I was up here messing around with the radio, I just had the receiver on. Somebody said that this was the last storm to really come through. And I hope that's true. I think we've had enough. I've had enough. But maybe conditions will change. We won't get this one storm every week. For a while, that would be nice to get a break from that. Give me a chance to go back up to the mountains and try to throw some dirt on the road where it's only mud. Get the car through again. Oh, let's see. This is the T4XB through a Kenwood TL922 on CW. So that's it's going up to about 300 watts on average power, on the average power meter. So that's enough. I'm glad you guys can all hear me good, and I'm glad the audio sounds good. Boy, I'm repeating myself. Time to turn it over to the next person. Sorry, I went wrong. So over to you, Skip, K6LGL in the group, KF6SYD.
Steve. Yeah, that sounds good. KF6SYD, K6LGL. Your comment about the weather. There was an interesting piece of information that was passed on. I heard it on the FM radio. The lake that is a low-lying area not far from Bakersfield is a lake now that has flooded out a lot of farmland. And, drainage is very poor there, so the only thing you can do is evaporate and slowly maybe seep into the ground. So that lake has not appeared for several decades. So parts of California are really in bad shape, and I'm worried, like many others, that when the snow starts melting in the Sierras, the San Joaquin and of course the Sacramento and American River and all the others that drain. There may be flood stages, just too much. They may not be able to handle it. So maybe a rough spring for some people there. Yeah, it's the most unusual weather we had in many decades. This is Pineapple Express. Merging of two systems, one coming from Alaska, Gulf of Alaska, the other one coming from the South Pacific, and producing tremendous amounts of moisture. And of course, we got 1,200 miles of coastline, so we get our share, and more than our share. So good luck, but what I'm worried that after all what we have suffered through here, they're going to have a hotter than hell summer also. But the one good thing is that things may not dry out as much, so the fire danger may be somewhat reduced because of the moisture in the plants. So maybe that's the one good thing. All right, enough of that. Okay, glad that you're doing well there, Jay. I think people further inland are getting this. I see these masses of clouds coming through here from the ocean, but and they're heavily saturated with moisture, rain potential, but it's too warm, so eventually it cools down and dumps it as water and possibly snow. Yeah, hopefully we'll end March and maybe April, beginning of April. We'll see the end of this this particular series of storms. How much do you need there, Jake?
Well, I'm on the way to Lake 30. Stay in bed and drink coffee till about 9:30.
Okay, Skip, K6LGL and the Drake Group, WB6MWL. Yeah, let's hope that snow melts slowly up there. I guess the whole Sierra Range is pretty well loaded with snow, so hope it doesn't melt too quick. That's for sure. And Steve, your T4XB sounds good there on the TR7 here. And, yeah, that, boy, 52 inches there, and, boy, that's a lot of rain. I think we've had over 20 here since the start of the year in Montclair here. So, most of it's been in January and February. Some in March, but not quite as much. Anyway, yeah, we haven't been doing too much here either, just doing a little yard work when the weather's nice and mowing and that type of thing. And trying to keep after the weeds. And Skip knows how that is. It's an endless job with all this rain here. The weeds are just going crazy. And the ground is just looks black. I mean, it's just full of moisture. You can see that. Haven't seen that in years, that the ground looked that dark like that. Anyway, I'll turn it back up to Charles, and maybe we'll do, one more here, I think. I got 6:45, so, or 7:45, I should say. KW6G, WB6MWL.
WB6MWL, KW6G. I was thinking the same thing, Jay. Don't worry about that. It's on the standard time, or at least it feels sort of like it. Anyways, I got a question for Steve, a couple of questions for Steve, what you might want to look at with that problem if it's 10 meters specific. There's a 10-meter crystal in that radio, and if the crystal died or separated or whatever it is they do, which is not unheard of, that might cause the problem that you're having. And then your band switch, of course, is dirty at a 10-meter position. That'll do it too. But if you're wiggling it around, it should come back to life. You might want to check WB4HFN, this Ron Baker's website. He's got an awful lot of info on Drake gear with service bulletins and write-ups of people who've written about various problems in these Drakes over the years. And it's a wealth of information, so I don't know if you know about that site or not, but just Google WB4HFN and it'll come right up. It's Ron Baker's a very good man. He's worked on my Drake Sea Line. He did a wonderful job, so I can't say enough about the guy. Anyway,
how's the water looking?
Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah, let's do a 73 round here, but before we start, let's see if there's anyone else who wants to check into Drake West Coast net. Come now, please. KW6G. Not hearing anyone. Let's go in the same order. Kevin to Jeff, to Jeff if he's there, or to Steve, and to Skip, and then to Jay, and then back to me, and I'll put the ribbons on it. Go ahead, Kevin. WA6JKN of the group, KW6G.
Okay, Charles, a quick question. WB4HFN, Ron Baker, is that the guy's name? Because I went to his QRZ page and it's pretty much blank.
Let me take a look. Stand by.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured it's worth the wait, guys, to get this
active.
important information about Drake.
Yeah, his website's still active.
Okay, so it's WB4HFN.com. What is it?
Stand by here. I gotta bend over to the computer. My eyes aren't that good anymore.
Okay.
Okay, www.WB4HFN.com/Drake/DrakePageHome.htm, but WB4HFN Hotel Foxtrot Norway .com will get you there.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Charles. WA6JKN 73 round. Okay, very good. Well, it's just amazing what 30 minutes makes with everybody's signals, because everybody has come up quite a bit there. And by the way, Steve, check your text message. I sent you a text message with a 60-second video of taking a look at your RF spectrum, your audio spectrum, signal strength, and all that kind of stuff. It's all in high definition. You can hear your audio, you can see your audio, and it's quite impressive, quite frankly, because if you take a look at that audio spectrum, it's pretty flat. The emphasis from the low end of the spectrum all the way up to the high end of the spectrum is pretty even. So congratulations. Matter of fact, I'm going to send my Drake radio down to you. I don't have a Drake radio except for the 2B, the Drake 2B, but yeah, man, you work your magic. So congratulations. I guess take a pause there in case, just by chance, Jeff's back in there. If not, pick it up, Steve. KF6SYD, WA6JKN. Good night, 73, everybody.
Sorry, I don't hear Jeff. Let me see if I've got it. All right, KF6SYD. Oh, thank you, Kevin. I received your text, and it notified me on the phone, so I already listened to it and looked at the video on it. Thank you so much. It really is not broken anymore. I noticed that the audio spectrum was solid, like you said. It's like equal all the way across, and there was a big hunk missing on low frequency. It just wasn't there. I couldn't make it be there, and I was suspecting the sideband filter, the lower sideband filter had gone bad, because upper sideband was full and the lower sideband was restricted. But yeah, send me your Drake and I'll send it back to you working, and I won't know how I fixed it. Yeah, we'll see how that works. And Charles, I saw that crystal, and it's not soldered in, it's plugged in. They're all plugged in. I suspect the crystal, but it went bad, and I haven't used it for a long time. It still could go bad. So I might swap crystals, and of course it would be out of tune, but I'll still be able to tell if there's some signal there. I'll try to find another way to oscillate that crystal and see if it still works. But yeah, I saw that in there, and those crystals are right by there's 4 tuning capacitors for each band that are right up there by all those crystals, and all that's together, and the problem's in there somewhere, I bet. So thank you so much for the site. Yeah, I went right to it, the WB4 HFN Drake section of the web page, and I've got it bookmarked. So thank you so much. I'd never heard of that, and I will look for. Well, it might be in there somewhere. Somebody who had the trouble and fixed it, and So we'll see what happens. I'll tell you guys next week, because this is kind of nice to get on the radio a little bit more. All I do is nets Monday, Wednesday night. That's it, and I need to do a little more than that. So thank you for having me here, and enjoyed it very much. So 7-3, everyone, and over to Skip, K6LGL, KF6SYD.
Okay, thank you, Steve. KF6SYD and the Drake Group. K6 Little Green Light in Santa Monica. Well, sometimes, we luck out. It helps. You poke around a little bit and jiggle the knobs and so on, and hey, you never know. If the Drake design is fairly straightforward, it could, in the case of the R4A, which is what I have, one of the receivers, I had to change the coupling capacitors. I wanted the audio frequency response to be a little bit in the lower end, so I changed the ceramic capacitors to a metal foil or foam foil types, and I think I'm using a .02 or something like that, and that fixed it. I like Drake Audio. Drake Audio is like Swan Audio and Hammerland Audio because there's the filters are LC and they have more gentle roll-off, so the modulation sounds cleaner. It doesn't have the harsh roll-off that a mechanical filter sometimes provides. So, it's a matter of choice. Being a bit of an audiophile, even though my age is catching up with me and my hearing isn't what it used to be, I still can recognize, some subtle changes. Okay. And let's hope we survive the last of the Pineapple Express storms that'll dump things out our way. So far, the city of Santa Monica has done fairly well. We have a good drainage system was put in the late 50s, early 60s, completed. Occasionally, there's some backup there where I-10 empties out to Highway 1. Some of the drains get clogged there, but normally it's not a problem. So the city is in fairly good condition, but this is not the case for others. And I'm fortunate I live on a marine terrace, elevation roughly around 300 feet or so. So got a little height and gentle slope, about maybe 3 degrees or something. So all the water tends to run down. Okay, best of 73s. Over to you there, Jay. I hope that Jeff is okay, but he's a busy man. He's got a lot of things going, so occasionally, you get interrupted by something, and I just hope everything is normal. So, we'll see you all on the next one. Catch you on the Swan.net on Saturday there at around 7 o'clock or so. So, WB6MWL there in Claremont, Inland Empire, K6 Little Green Light, Santa Monica by the Bay.
Okay, Skip, K6LGL, WB6MWL. Very good. Yeah, it's good that you live where the water runs away. That's kind of where I'm at here. I don't get any water buildup, thank goodness, so that's a good thing. And yeah, I had that problem with my NCX5. I had nothing on 40 meters, and I'll be darned if it didn't turn out to be a bad crystal, a bad 40-meter crystal. So I was able to obtain one and plug it in, and away it went. And it went bad. It just went bad like overnight. So it can I'm sure it can happen to Drake stuff too. And that Ron Baker site is a good site. I haven't been on it for a while, but a lot of information on there. There's a lot of stuff on the TR7 too. I think he works on those too. I believe. Anyway, I'll say 73s, and we'll look for everybody on the Swan.net Saturday. Those that get on there. KW6G, WB6MWL, 73.
Okay, thank you, Jay. WB6MWL, KW6G. Thanks, and that's my experience with those things that are band specific, either a band switch or it's a crystal that you don't get no output at all. So that's where I would start. So, and I'm not an expert. I managed to fix my Drake R4C after one of the diodes to the power supply shorted and it blew the fuse. I got that back going, and then I noticed there was an intermittent problem, and I traced it to the premixer circuit, and the premixer circuit had a switching diode in it that had a bad solder connection, and it was real tough to get to, and I thought the diode was bad. And, you'd tap the side of the radio, and it would go on and off, and, it'd be strong signal, weak signal, that kind of thing. And then it drove me nuts for 3 or 4 days, and finally I said, well, I'll just go replace this diode, because I swapped the tube out and everything, and that didn't do any good. So I I started to swap the diode out, and I put my long nose pliers on the lead for the switching diode, and it came right out of the connection. It was on one of the pin sockets, pins on the tube socket. And boy, that was really surprising. Anyways, live and you learn, like anything else. Hope you get it running there, Steve. Let us know what's going on. You take a look at that Drake website, because that's where I got the hint for the premixer. And there's a wealth of information there, Anyways, you guys take care. Thanks for checking in the Drake West Coast Net. And before I forget, I'll say one more time, is there anyone who would like to check in Little Lake? This is KW6G. Hearing none, thanks everybody for your participation and interest is always appreciated. It's a worthwhile. 7 o'clock or 7:15, whenever everybody gets here. And we'll do it all over again. Everybody have a safe week and try to stay dry. Well, I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but try and stay dry and warm. It's been cold, and I hope it gets better, that's for sure. You guys take care, and thanks again. 73 to everybody, and a very good evening. This is KW6G closing the net, returning the frequency to normal amateur use. Good evening, everybody.